Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zach.
You know, that felt like we should have been back-to-back like the last episode theme boy band. I'm Shane.
And we're back here with Gravityfalls, Season 1, Episode 18, The Land Before Swine.
I love The Land Before Time.
It was a good one. It's a classic.
Yeah.
Sharptooth.
George Lucas, man.
Was it him?
Him and Spielberg.
So it wasn't just him.
Lucas wrote it, Spielberg wrote it. Spielberg directed it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can see the Spielberg at work.
Yeah.
All right. It was definitely a classic.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? The follow-ups are all pretty good, too.
Lucas, he shined as a writer with the OT, but he
had a lot of help with the writing.
Oh, did he?
Well,
so he's the idea man.
Well, he was the ideas, and he writes stuff, and then people come in and correct, like, the character stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And he had people...
So he was like kind of like the world builder, but he wasn't very good at generating characters.
Well, it's like he created these characters...
Or are you talking about the characters, interactions?
It seems like just the conversations he was bad at, but he can create the world, with the character, what his backstory...
I shouldn't be so hard on George Lucas.
What he's like. Yeah.
I've been kind of hard on him.
He's created some of the best stuff ever.
He's created a lot of good material.
It influenced everything, too.
A lot of things.
A lot of things, yeah.
Absolutely. Other things that I really like, too. It's just the ensuing carnage that is to come. Everything. Well, it's just sometimes hit and miss, unfortunately. But when you have a world that big, with that many minds and that many creators involved, it's going to be messy.
Yeah, I agree it's hit and miss. I think the old trilogy is a little hit and miss, too. Especially my favorite one, Return of the Jedi. There's some missed stuff in there.
It is.
I mean, like, I loved it. It's my favorite one. Like, Revenge of the Sith, and then Return of the Jedi, and Rogue One. Like, they're all my favorite, right? And episode 8. You know, think about these Ewoks taking out, like, his finest legion of his best men.
Yeah, I know.
Like, they're hitting him with, you know what I mean? It's
beating him to death by teddy bears.
It's ridiculous. I love it, but it's ridiculous.
It is quite ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know. It's for the kids, Shane. That's the excuse you always throw in my face.
Oh, no, it is. But, like, as an adult, like, I love it. I'm saying, like, as I evaluate it as an adult, like, I know it's made for families and children. You know what I mean?
I'm afraid it's just harder for me when you have the intensity of Luke's interaction with the Emperor and Vader.
Oh, it's amazing.
Versus the fucking tomfoolery going on Endor.
Harrison Ford was running around. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Just running around.
Go! He's running.
You can see his reflection behind him for the plexiglass.
I mean, and that's because they weren't sure what they were going to do with him after that moment, after episode 5. Like, there's a lot of evidence contractually that he's written kind of late because, you know, like, I think Harrison Ford, he cared about the story a lot. He thought maybe Han should have died at that moment. Mm. And then Luke was like, Lucas, I don't know if he said this, but dead people don't sell very many action figures. You know what I mean? But then again, him getting with Leia and stuff like that, and stuff you haven't seen, like, I'm glad that he didn't die, and I'm glad what happens to him in the story later on when they bring him back.
We are talking this shit to death.
We are.
Have to start fucking pigs.
Dang it, I almost got the treasure.
The time we spend together is treasure enough.
Reckon we should report that.
Or go for a ride in our new convertible.
Ladies and gentlemen, continuing
Gompers.
the tour, you'll see the world.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Take all questions until after the tour.
This bums, man.
Finally, Waddles, we have the whole house to ourselves.
That's the same sweater she had on last episode, I think. I love when they do that thing with their eyes. She was making fun of Dipper, and she was in Dipper's body.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing on the... All right, outside, now!
No! We'll stand! It's not safe for Waddles outside.
People don't roll around in their own filth. Except for Seuss.
Yeah, I was going to say Seuss.
Becky,
If everything goes according
Jurassic
to plan,
Park.
the creature will grab that stake, cross through the string, and set off cameras A, B, and C. This was poorly planned.
Damn it!
Sick of constantly dropping your baby?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Bobby Renzabi, and what you need is the Huggy Wuggy Tummy Bundle. It works for pigs!
I need you to look after this little gentleman while I'm gone. I know you're not crazy about Waddles.
He's a fat, naked jerk.
But you do care about me. Promise me you won't let him outside.
Fine.
Somewhere in these cameras is a photo of that creature. I'll go develop the film.
A unicorn made out of corn. What the?
What a rip-off. Kids, we're leaving.
No! No!
That's a wing. The creature.
Who wants victory nachos? Dude, don't worry. I only ate like a third of them.
Half. I ate all of them, too.
It's not safe out there. There's predators. Oh, brother.
I would feel
Can't
awful.
believe you, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. I was just so excited.
It took Waddle.
What'd you say about Waddles? What happened?
Well, see, when the
Pig got eaten by a pterodactyl, bro.
What? Waddles? Waddles! You didn't put him outside.
What? No, I didn't put him anywhere. I'm not acting suspicious. You're acting suspicious. So there I was, in the living room, tenderly nursing him with only the richest of creams. So I said,
Those guys, cowboy.
I start punching him right in the face. Why? Why couldn't you have taken me?
Oh, Grunkle Stan, you tried to save him.
Oh, Lord.
We're gonna go out there, catch him, and save your pig.
Let's go save Woggles.
Waddles.
Oh, Lord.
Him too.
Whoa! Almost ran over my own head there. Wow.
Man, he's gotta talk.
A fairy.
Oh, sorry, dude.
Fairy.
What do you think of Julia Roberts?
Best friends, fighting and potentially
Very nice
fighting
legs.
dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Check out these matching shirts I made for us. And these rays indicate friendship. So what was it you were going to tell me again?
Dude, he's helped a lot.
Rose before dinos!
That's a good one.
Whoa. Looks kind of hairy down there.
Come on, Grunkle Stan, you can handle it. You punched a pterodactyl in the face, remember?
Oh, yeah. I did do that, didn't I?
My, what suspicious laughter!
Guys.
Sweet
Bread.
roses.
Fancy marmalade.
Fancy marmalade.
Huh, this little fella smells like battery acid. Oh, looks like I lost my sense of smell.
What?
They're all trapped inside tree sap.
That's how they survived.
That's some crazy tree sap.
Yeah, it is.
I should have put that pig outside ages ago.
What did you just say?
What's that?
You said the dinosaur. Waddles could be dead.
Look, he's an animal. He belongs outside.
No, that's it. Oh, is someone talking right now? Because I can't hear them.
Kid.
La, la, la.
Which cave was it again?
Zeus, you lost the trail.
Hey, come on. We'll find our way.
Trust me. Sorry, dude.
Ah, that is it.
See, this is why I didn't want to bring you along.
Oh, dude, don't.
What do you mean?
But we're pterodactyl bros. I made t-shirts.
It's pronounced pterodactyl.
Hey, cheer up, fellers! I fixed your lantern.
Ah! Ah! What are we doing? Oh, we found a pterodactyl!
Wait, did you hear that?
Are you nuts?
Oh, is someone speaking?
Like he always faces the camera. It's cute.
Ah! Oh no!
Mr. Pine!
Do you have an invention that can distract the pterodactyl?
Do I? No. Welcome to the world, little fella.
What the? Is he gone?
He was surely eaten.
You want this pig? Then you're gonna have to get through me, you flying devil! I'm okay!
What do we do? What do we do?
We have to get in a straight line.
What? A
That pterodactyl's eyes are so far apart that if you stand right in front of it, it can't see you.
Hey, how can we do
It's actually true.
I know I messed up a lot.
We know what
I can be
pterodactyls
sort
are.
of
Whales.
clumsy and it's not always
Okay.
as lovable as I think.
Be a big fucking blind
Please, that's
spot.
my friend. Just
That'd be
trust me
irritating,
on
wouldn't
this.
it?
Oh, yeah. 'Cause your eyes are going
You're sitting like this?
Yeah. Everything's over there.
Get behind me, dudes.
It's working. Stan?
From X hard I stab at thee!
No, we did.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Oh, you saved
Maybe
him
not.
for me.
Yeah.
Mind you of anything?
Quick! The geyser can shoot us back up!
No, not.
Zelda!
Rose before dinos!
It's not hot. Huh?
I can't believe you did all that for Waddles.
Ah, well. I can't have my favorite niece not talking to me. Gotcha! Uh-oh.
I ate my way through a dinosaur!
Ugh.
That was his reaction. Now we're going to break it down.
That was a fun episode.
It was.
And honestly, it kind of leaves the door open for more dinosaurs later.
It would.
I'm not. What?
It would.
So we don't see any dinosaurs later?
I'm not going to make any promises. Shane.
Okay.
Like taking a kid to the zoo.
Well, it leaves it open, and I thought actually McCucket was going to get eaten, and I was kind of disturbed. I should have known he would have eaten his way out because he tries to eat Seuss.
Yeah, the pig.
Yeah,
That's what they all say.
yeah. I guess the big thing for me is,
This is all for presentation.
Grunkle Stan, he habitually shows shysterness and even selfishness, even
He's
amongst
a natural shyster.
his family.
He does.
But most of the time, including this time, he does the right thing.
Well, we've all done some shystering to get out of trouble with the family.
Yeah.
So,
But I guess for me, the moment when he says, "Oh, I don't want her talking to me," but then he started talking about her jokes and this and that, and you've kind of talked about how Mabel and Grunkle Stan have kind of a rapport more than.
they have more of a connection than Dipper and Stan.
So yeah, I mean, in the end, he came through for her, and he didn't just come through for her. He had to be brave to do
Yeah,
the
fight
terrible.
a fucking pterodactyl.
Yeah.
A pterodactyl, bro.
Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl,
bro. I guess when I was thinking of Waddles being taken away, I just kept thinking of like the gruesome fate that would await anyone who got taken like that.
No, yeah, you think it would probably kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know much about birds now as far as with the prey they take back to the nest. I'm
Yeah.
sure they don't take it back before the egg is hatched, though. And most of the time they chew you up anyway and spit you into the mouth of their young.
It's
So.
kind of disgusting to think about. The circle of life is a terrifying thing.
It is.
We just live on top of the food chain.
We do, so we've got it good.
Yeah.
Until you're out there swimming in the ocean and a fucking shark bites you in half.
Well, they found like
Or a crocodile
ancient.
catches you in a death roll.
Yeah. Oh, you're out the death roll, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
They have found ancient hominids, children, and ancient bird nests and stuff like that.
Yeah, you told me about
Skulls.
that. That'd be pretty fucking bad.
Have you?
Imagine your kids are playing outside and a goddamn bird just swoops down and picks up your kid.
It's awful.
It would be.
Yeah.
I mean, at least now we have some firearms. They can have some good oomph to them. You might there with the goddamn 338 Lapua or like a 50 caliber BMG.
Would you trust yourself shooting if it's in the air and not hitting
What are the
your kid?
chances are going to be?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You have to act pretty fast though, because once they get so high, even if you did shoot the bird, your kid could die from the fall.
Yeah.
You could equip your kids with parachutes and like a defense knife.
Yeah.
On every rig. Like, imagine how much it would change society. Even though before we got to that point, I'm sure we got together and killed them all. It's like, dude, we gotta kill all these fucking birds.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's too many complaints after the fact.
It wouldn't be
It's
on
like
my
those little
end.
villages where the Komodo dragons drag kids off and kill them.
Yeah. But then those Komodo dragons are protected by the government of Costa Rica.
If I lived in that little fucking village and the thing was killing my fucking kids, I think I'd go out and kill them and not tell the government. That's what my grandpa always said.
Yeah.
You want to go out and kill it?
And then he died. We found a bald eagle in his attic.
We did. We also don't know if he actually, for posterity's sake, we don't know. You have to delete this footage. But
Okay.
we don't know, technically speaking, that
Yeah.
he didn't just get it somewhere.
Yeah, he could have found it.
Yeah. See? We found
Like, we found that sign.
We did find that sign.
A Grimm's Green Acre sign. Yeah, we found it.
We found it along the side of the road.
We did. And we were going to call the police, but they happened to show up anyways first.
They did.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But, yes. We did find a stuffed juvenile bald eagle in my attic.
And it was pretty big.
Not my attic,
Yeah.
but a family member's attic.
Yeah.
And it had been there for a very long time, probably 30 plus years.
Yeah.
And so mice had been into it, so some of the feathers have been eaten off and shit of the mount. But it's a very fucking big bird.
It's really cool.
Talking from the base of the stand to here. It's probably about that fucking tall.
It's
got that big, impressive beak on it.
They're very cool looking birds.
They are.
Yeah. Holding. Have you ever been somewhere where you had to really hold in your piss or your shit, like within recent memory, or even your whole life, like a really bad situation?
Oh yeah. Football practice one time.
Yeah.
I was peewee. And I fucking had to shit so goddamn bad over it when we were playing, and I'm waiting for practice to get over. I had like diarrhea too.
Yeah. So
it finally ended. I'm like boogieing across the fucking, because you had to run. It was over on Buell Island.
Well,
you had to run from those fields over by the diamonds.
Yeah.
All the way over to the bathrooms up there by the pool.
That's pretty far.
Especially when you got a shit and you have diarrhea.
Yeah, and every time you step, it's like.
It's just trying to go, buddy, but.
Well, there was a guy that you went to school with. He shit in a bathroom in Low Island.
Buell Island.
Buell Island, okay. Buell Island. He shit in a bathroom there. And a friend of ours, older brother, went in there and he's described as a crime scene. And then his underwear was in the back of the toilet thing when you lifted it up.
Really?
Yeah. So he shit everywhere and got rid of the evidence.
Who? Really?
Yeah.
Who walked in after him? Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
A crime scene.
Yeah.
Is that how you described it?
That's how I heard the story. It's like a fucking crime scene in there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so, I've told a story 2 or 3 times. I was second grade. I broke my leg. I was in Hills with my mom. I pissed myself. I never went to bed as a child, ever. I didn't have any of those problems. But I was in Hills. I pissed myself. I remember thinking, like, man, this isn't good. I'm just going to piss. And then ran into my teacher, Mrs. Morris, and it said someone spilled a drink on me. And, that happens. And my mom was like, yeah. Now, because I'm thinking, I've always kind of thought my mom wasn't as smart as, some people. And she's from another country, and sometimes she's gullible, but she knew. Yeah. And my teacher knew.
Oh, yeah.
And she was such a good-looking woman, too.
But now you pissed yourself in front of her. Now you're that little boy that pissed himself.
Probably, yeah. Recently, I was hiking. I was driving. I was hiking, and I went to go to my car. And I realized I had to take a shit. And then I just went back and shit in the woods.
I've done that before.
And then there's a hiker close to me, too. And I was going that direction. Anyone else out this way? Oh, no one. And then I just went and shit off the trail in the woods.
Well, there's one time I was out for a jog, and I had to shit really bad. After I got done exercising, because I exercised and then went for a jog.
Yeah.
And so I just fucking shit outside.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Can't get to the bathroom in time.
Where were you at?
I was in Belpre.
Where'd you shit?
Backyard.
Just someone's backyard?
In my backyard.
You could have walked 25 feet?
Couldn't make it.
Damn.
It wasn't going to happen.
You're kind of relatively exposed there.
I know, but it was coming.
Hey, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go.
There weren't any Tyrannosaurus trying to eat me, so I had that going for me.
You remember the Third Street House? We did dance parties. I can't dance, but they were a fun thing.
I remember them having them. I remember there were a few good-looking women that would do them.
Yeah.
And look pretty good doing it, but I wasn't there for many of them.
Yeah.
I think I was only there for like 2 or 3.
It was a hell of a thing.
Oh, because people were fucking dancing on it?
Well, women were dancing on his pool table half naked, and that's my pool table! And then he didn't say anything. Pets being outside, man. Your dog was an inside dog, for the most part, right?
He was,
yeah.
But,
what about your dog now?
Well, Zeus.
Yeah, he's kind of a big dog.
He's a big dog. I mean, he was raised as an inside dog, and he behaves himself. He's trained.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I just don't really... I have a hard time accepting pets.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I want an animal, but they become more and more irritating to me. But dogs are practical animals to keep because you keep them outside. They're biosensors. They let you know if people are coming.
Yeah.
Or other things, they'll run off animals. Things like that. So
Trixie
was a very protective animal.
Yeah.
Bit you in the ass that one time we were playing ball.
I remember that. Yeah. I love animals, but in terms of like dogs, cat, like bigger animals, like I love my turtle. He's pretty easy to take care of. You know what I mean?
I've mentioned to you, I would kind of like to have an octopus. I think it'd be interesting.
It'd be certainly interesting.
But I just think that after I've had one octopus, I probably wouldn't buy another one. I just imagine that being the case.
I think they can last a long time too.
Well, they live like 2 years.
Oh, for real?
The ones that you can buy and keep as pets.
Okay, well.
I don't know. I haven't read it for a while, but I thought that there was a breed or something that you could buy that are typically kept as pets, and they only live like 2 years.
Okay, well, that's
like they're not very big. You know what I mean? Not like the fuckers you see at the zoo and aquariums, where it's like this humongous fucker that's back inside of the crevices.
Yeah. I've had an ant farm. I've always wanted, like, I've looked up real nice big ant farms.
I guess I'd like maybe a bird.
Birds are cool too. I like birds. I always want like a tropical parrot or something like that.
Yeah, a parrot or a raven.
It'd be cool if we could talk as well.
Or a raven like that guy on Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
We need to get...
When nature calls.
That's been so long, I don't remember it.
God damn. It's the guy that he...
Dude, I don't remember anything. I remember him sticking his
You don't remember him? He interrogates him?
No.
And he pulls his eye down. He goes, yeah.
I remember that.
No!
I think I remember that moment. I remember him sticking his head out of a fucking hippo's ass. That's the only thing I remember.
No, it wasn't a hippo. It was a rhino.
That's the only thing
he had this animatronic rhino. He was trying to spy on these guys.
Yeah.
And the AC system broke on it. And he's in there sweating really bad because he's in the Sahara.
Yeah.
And he's fucking dying in there. And he strips down to nothing. And he comes crawling out of its ass at one point because it's so hot in there.
Jesus.
And these people were driving by, like sightseeing, and they see him doing it.
I remember doing that.
He's fucking coming out of there.
Have you ever seen Bear Grylls in the desert, like, get inside of these animals?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, so...
You had a night?
So,
he was in... Was he inside the animals?
In one of the episodes, he goes and he lives amongst this tribe that lives in the desert. They've adapted, and they've been there for thousands of years. And he kind of embraces all their little tricks, like picking up dung that you find, squeezing it for water, drinking, stuff like that. And just, like dead animals that they found, like getting inside them when it's real hot and you're stuck and you don't have any water, like, and it's moist in there and it's very, not incubated, but, what's the word I'm looking for? Shields you from the elements, basically. Yeah, a lot of Bear Grylls, man. I like most of his stuff.
I almost consider getting a tortoise.
Oh, yeah, any specific kind?
An heirloom. You can hand it down to the kids because that fucker will still be alive.
If you take care of it, yeah.
And parrots are the same way. They can live 75 years.
Yeah.
And that's crazy to think about a bird living that long.
It is, isn't
but
it?
they can.
Yeah.
If they're taken care of, like you said.
There's these whales outside of by Greenland, in these cold waters. Like,
the Greenland whale?
Is that what this is called?
I think there's a breed called the Greenland whale.
Okay, and they think they live 200 to 500 years.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I know that there were...
A lot of it's because it's so cold.
Well, there were whales, I remember... I can't remember what time it was, because I was reading about a lot of... I was reading a lot of Herman Melville, Moby Dick and all that.
Yeah.
If you get some of this in this episode, actually. From Hex hard, I stab at thee! And he stabs his head. Well, it's kind of like Gregory Peck in the old 56th version of Moby Dick.
Yeah.
Which
I haven't seen.
From hell's heart, I stab at thee!
Is that in the book?
It is.
Okay.
The speech is in the book. In the movies, he dies a different way. He dies the same way that... oh my god. I can't remember the guy's name now, but he's this mate that he brings on board that's a fire worshiper. But that guy dies...
Fire worshiper.
Yeah. But Ahab, before he dies, he's up there throwing the harpoon. Anyway, to my point, they have found whales much later than the whaling period with harpoons still on their backs and shit that had grown into their hide from over the years in their blubber.
Yeah.
And so these harpoons are from the late 19th century, sorry.
And these whales are still alive.
And these whales are still alive. So that tells you that these whales can probably live a lot longer.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't have...
It might actually have been Herman Melville, because Herman Melville was a whaler. That's the other way around. They found harpoons then, in his day, that were from much earlier than the whaling days. Like they had evidence at the time. So.
I think it might have been one of our recent conversations. It was the Deep End. And I was looking up a Free Willy reference, and then I started looking up Free Willy. Free Willy did so well. This animal was, I think, raised in captivity, And all these people wanted him to be free. So they made a big deal about it. So they started training him to try to live by, to live out in the wild. In Free Willy 2 and 3, it was like a animatronic whale. And I didn't know that. Based off of Willy. His real name was Keko. But they did release him in the wild. They tracked him. He was alive for a few years. He followed a pod of whales. But he failed to acclimate himself in, and he died of pneumonia or something. Yeah, he died he was out for a few years. But
so it was better that he died free, right?
I guess, I'd rather die free than be in prison, but he had a pretty good life, from what I understand.
He had a pretty good life, but I just hope that I'll just have to rub those people's nose in it. So, he died a few years later, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
but you got what you wanted to make you feel better. Yeah.
I don't know the whole story behind it, but I know there was an effort put into it. It was motivated by fans and the people, and he wasn't ready, and he couldn't. Yeah, when you're raised in captivity so long.
You don't develop those, your natural instincts to that point.
Yeah.
The degree that's required. I mean, it's pretty vicious out there in the real world.
Yeah.
We're living in a first world country, and you think about living in a lot of these third world countries. If you had to actually live there without the resources you have access to now.
Yeah.
And you had to live like these people that have.
Like when I was in Fiji, it was pretty bad.
And you got to imagine the kind of life you'd be exposed to, or even not even to the third world level, like the fucking just. Some of these places.
Second world.
Yeah, it's just, I don't think a lot of people could.
Like Austin, Texas. I'm just kidding.
I don't think a lot of these people that run their mouths about this kind of thing really appreciate the finer details.
Yeah.
What that would entail.
I certainly agree. A lot of people look at statistics. I look at analytics.
I'm tired, and when I'm tired, I can be condescending. So.
That you can be condescending anyway.
I'm more so when I'm tired. I'm feeling very
not much more than you think.
Really?
Yeah, really. I think you're aware of it though, and you just keep doing it because you think it's funny.
Yeah.
But then, like when you're unaware of it, you're not that much more condescending.
So I'm just always condescending.
A little bit more when you're tired, but like I said, I think you're aware of your condescending nature, and you're just it's funny. That's who I am. You just keep doing it.
I do.
Sometimes I see you put the foot on the gas, and then at that point it doesn't mean as much. But when you're tired, it's a little worse. It means more, I guess.
All right. Well, regardless, Land Before Swine was an excellent episode.
I really liked it, and we're gearing up for the finale of season